that's true freedom, I think, is when nothing scares you anymore. A lot of my work is to kind of reinstate or remind people of the presence of very uncomfortable things that do kind of allow us to bring more meaning, bring more life, bring more energy into who we are. The limit is just fear, it's just discomfort. And if you can integrate and tolerate that into your character, then you are relieving yourself from fear. And you take off enough layers of it, by kind of standing on the limit, you basically become free, emotionally, like internally. I do this as a form of meditation on my confusions or ideas or fears, but obviously I know it's going to be seen. Doing something like this for 3 months, I know I can do a bigger challenge next time. My journey into painting is kind of a bit difficult to answer because it was all self-taught. It wasn't an accident, but it wasn't really like my intention. I just happened to be good at it, or be able to sit in front of it for a long time is probably a better way of putting it. It wasn't really inspiration or some kind of epiphany in a gallery or anything like that. It was actually just pain. I went through a breakup and COVID happened and I was in a new country and I didn't really know many people or feel very secure. I wasn't very financially stable or anything. For me, when I had this breakup, it opened my eyes to all of the darkness. It was kind of uplifting because you realize this is what reality is. It has another side to it. It has a darkness as much as it has a light. Because before I think I was innocent, naive and stupidly happy all the time. So it was a huge shift in my understanding of the human condition, which is what all of my art is about. So over the last 3 months I've been working on this painting. It's 2 by 3 meters and it's been very difficult to produce. I must have hundreds of thousands of brushstrokes in it, but I've enjoyed the challenge. Its name originally was In the Loving Care of Animal Spirits, but I'm kind of stuck between that and another name, which is a bit longer. For stoic dignity in times of hardship and the animal spirits that carry us through. The work is kind of about when we find ourselves in difficult situations and we kind of have to walk through that situation and accept it. It's the only way. You can't despair. It's kind of being humbled by your difficulty in a sense. And the work really is kind of like an ode or a homage to the anti-rational, to the part of us when we're really struggling, which looks after us. The animal, leader of the pack, that kind of animal desire to keep going, to keep surviving, in a sense. It also has this element of change through time. Like in the background there's a mountain range which features the same characters, but at a later point in time. So you go from the depths of the valley to the top of the peak of the mountain. In this painting, as well as in all of my works, I try to not just allow all of its value to be in its kind of philosophical meaning or conceptual meaning, because I find it really arrogant when artists produce something that doesn't really catch your eye, that you don't want to look at, but you're supposed to understand the meaning underneath. You know, I try and go for works which aren't too cryptic, but cryptic enough, but also simply just looks good. Like it just captures you like subverbally, like sublingually, without needing to put this layer of ideology or philosophy on top. And I think that's a powerful thing because, you know, the intellect is just one form of intelligence, and simply being able to appreciate something aesthetically is enough. And it's even better if you can appreciate it aesthetically and it forces you to look for longer and investigate what's underneath and see what's beyond just the image. I think it helps the viewer kind of access much deeper concepts within.